Hello again, Captain. We have an interesting metaphysical task ahead of us today. As I understand it, years ago, Osiris rescued the Saint unit we are familiar with from a Vex simulation. In doing so, he created a paradox. The Saint unit is alive with us now, but simultaneously dead within the Vex network. The databanks of that deceased Saint unit are filled with information. Information I believe I can use to locate the conductor.
The thing is, Saint Unit will have to download the memories of his other self.
Oh.
Experience years of suffering. His own death. It'll be kind of awful. And he hasn't really been in a good place lately. You know?
But the conductor must be confronted. I'm sure Saint Unit will understand.
Won't he?
That's actually pretty cool. I'm interested to see how this goes. Is he going to freak out? Probably so. I'm going to have a minor freak out moment. Explore the sunken cavern on Nessus. All right. To Nessus we go.
Frog.
So fucking random. She's talking to Captain Jacobson. All right. Let's go do this then. All right. Let's see where we're going here, guys. Oh, yeah. I remember this place. Oh. Is that it? Well, we just have to come down here and kill things? Oh, okay. All right. To the helm we go.
Guardian, Osiris, Ikora and I have made a plan. We can use what we know about the Veil and the VexNet.
The Veil? Why would you need to...
We will go to my tomb, in the timeline where I died fighting the Vex. My true death.
When you were taken from me.
Yes. I can use the memories of that Saint 14. My memories.
I remember when the Vex killed my crew. Those memories will haunt me forever.
Failsafe?
I mean, it's not so bad. Except for the horrors.
Yes. Everything I learned, everything I did. I fought the Vex for many, many years.
Centuries.
I remember.
Ikora thinks we can use the data to find this conductor and secure the Echo.
No. I won't. We can find another way. Failsafe.
It must be done. So I will do it. Ikora told me I was once the Vex's greatest opponent. She said I should remind them.
I need to think. This can't be the only path left to us.
The Saint unit has already made up his mind.
He needs you right now? You know he can't do it without you, right?
Enter the Vex network with the Saint 14 in mission. Oh my God, we're doing this? All right, we're doing this. We're doing it. Everybody get your stuff together. All right, so let's go to Nessus. There's a mission here that we can launch. Dad cars
will
roll
join
out.
us shortly. We seek access to his tomb.
We are grave robbing.
That is one way of putting it.
The interim Saint unit is still VexNet. Their memory core is a back channel into the network.
Saint must understand there are no lesser versions. Only expressive tessellations of what could be. And facing his death again is the cost of that revelation. Well, so be it.
Nessus reshapes itself around this Vex fluid. Soon, we will hardly recognize it.
All right, here we go, baby. Here we go. Oh my
The infinite
gosh.
forest was on Mercury. How do we reach it from here?
Access here is somewhat like an archive, imprinted into the magnetic field of Nessus.
The Vex used Nessus for defunct digital storage. They kept trying to plug me into it. And wow, is exposing me to their connection protocols going to backfire? They should have predicted that.
What did you mean about the data here being defunct?
The Guardian pulled you from a point before your death to a point after it. To the Vex, that temporal event is a defunct anomaly now, non-existent within this timeline. So it is kept here, stored in Nessus's memory.
The details that separate him and I, if they fade away, will I be his shadow? Or will he be mine?
I can't answer that for you. You're you. Were you less you before today? I tore open time for you. They will react to our attempt to breach the tomb.
Yes, they're doing that now.
I don't know, man. I think we just need to be straight with Satan. Just be like, brother, you're not really supposed to be real, but be happy because you're here now. I suppose.
This is exactly as complex as I anticipated. I'm almost in.
That's what he said. Was the GM weapon Warden's Law?
I'm in.
Now to learn the man I was and will be.
Oh my god, we haven't seen this in forever.
Why did they keep my body?
Respect. They honor you with a perfect preservation. There's no replacing you, Saint. Even the Vex recognize that.
The Vex are very meticulous.
But also weirdly sentimental.
There.
Wait. When I searched for you in the infinite forest, I saw this again and again. You, entombed, taken away from me, perhaps forever. When finally I found you, I thought I would never have to see it again.
I am here, Osiris. You told me that I am real.
So is he. Do it. Remember the Vex. But also how much I loved you in that timeline, too. Saint!
I believe this is what she wanted us to do. I'm telling you, it was
I
too
see.
easy.
I tear through the Vex. They cannot stand against me. They hesitate. They are afraid of me. Oh. Then Geppetto is hurt. I try to protect her, but I am too late. I pull a Minotaur apart with my bare hands. But soon, I fall. The Vex approach. They are lifting me up, I lose my senses. I cannot feel my body. My vision blinks in and out.
Stop. Please.
Osiris, quit being a bitch. Jesus, the man is literally...
I am on this slab, but I have one final feeling. A memory of us. Together. I am bringing you tea. I watch you take a sip. It is too hard, but you smile. That is my last thought. My phoenix. Oh. I am gone. But no! Here I am! With both of you. I am Saint 14! The Conductor cannot hide from me anymore. Failsafe!
I have the coordinates, Saint Unit.
Good luck.
Saint Unit, Captain, I have achieved coordinate lock. I'm rerouting the Conductor's radiolaria flow to this location.
All right, we return through the portal.
So, hey, while redirecting the Conductor to you, they were real in there. I pulled some other Vex along, and you're surrounded. Maybe we can reason with them?
Yes, Guardian. Reason them with the big guns. I will protect Osiris until the way is clear.
Captain, I am patching in cover. Eyes up.
Reason with the big guns, he says. Oh, we can still do damage. We just can't get by that shield. Okay.
Violence succeeded where diplomacy failed. And I got that pesky pump door open before the Vex cut our connection. You have a clear path to the Conductor.
Excellent work, Failsafe. Now it is us telling them what to do.
The Conductor's signal approaches. Nessus groans under the yoke of its new cultivator.
Let us see if they can produce answers or only questions.
What just happened? Oh, cutscene? Okay, cutscene. There she is.
Lakshmi?
My God.
It's a facsimile. It's archetype.
Oh!
I am Maya Sandrash. But we have already met.
Thunderish. So this is what happened to you after Neomuna. After your experiments with the Veil.
I know what you can do with the echo of command. I will not allow you to raise an army of Vex.
I'm doing what I've been called to do.
The Vex called to you.
Humanity called to me. The collapse, the Black Fleet is finished. Now we can look back to what we've lost. Radiolaria is the means to this end. It represents the smallest unit of consciousness. 1 trillion formless minds, notes in a symphony of thought. Each one begging for direction, for a conductor. Nessus will be converted. The radial area I command will be spread throughout the system. I will deliver us a golden age. And if you stand in the way of progress, I will break you down into more compliant elements.
Damn!
We are not your Vex.
You will be.
Get us out of here, now!
Our new ship we just got. Well, they got the OG voice actor. That's Lakshmi, but Maya. All right, so wait a minute. First up, was nanites mentioned at all? No, Radioloria is not nanites. Dude, they mentioned nanites last week, you f***s. Failsafe was literally talking about nanites. And then Bungie tweeted nano machines.
Maya Sandaresh, risen from the Vex network. She has Lakshmi's face. Osiris tells me it must be a mask she feels comfortable wearing. Well, it did not comfort me. And today was already filled with ghosts of the past. Guardian, before I claimed the memories of the other me, I was afraid. I was already filled with doubt, and I thought I might lose myself. But as his thoughts merged with mine, it was as though I lived through his centuries of struggle. And my feelings, our feelings, were in perfect harmony. And suddenly, all questions the conductor put in my mind were answered. It does not matter if I am the real saint or the true saint. Every me is me. So, when Maya tried to command me again, I used my truth to push her away. But she still forced me to my knees. She is growing stronger. We must return to stop her, but she has blocked our access. Failsafe is working on a way through. And when she finds it, I will be ready.
All right, really? We get Perfect Paradox? This roll comes with a pendant mag, dual loader, and trench barrel. Actually pretty solid. Echoes Act 2 has been complete. Failsafe will contact you when Act 3 begins. Okay, when is Act 3 coming, guys? In 27 days? Damn. Okay, so first up, let me just say this. We've got Perfect Paradox now, which is cool. I was kind of expecting a more dramatic moment to obtaining Perfect Paradox. It is what it is. I will say, I felt that when Saint plugged into Dead Saint, that would have been a perfect opportunity to maybe show a cutscene of like Saint, like a very dramatic cutscene of Saint fighting through for centuries and literally pieces of him, like as he, you know, gets beaten down and then ultimately dies. I think Saint's VA did an incredible job of essentially drawing us a picture with everything he was saying there, like what he was experiencing, and he did very, very good. But I do believe like giving us a cutscene from that based on that experience, and maybe even have like a moment there where I don't know how we would observe it with him, but we're observing it with Saint, and then Saint has that moment where he like mentally touches his old self, and then that's like the connection point. Don't forget the radio messages. Gotcha. I feel like episodes in an experiment 2 and 3 will be more fleshed out, more content, story and lore. Probably so, or at least we hope so, right?
The research on Yomuna's Veil facility is complete. As the report is lengthy, I will summarize. Maya Sandaresh and Chioma Essie were a married pair of researchers in the Golden Age. Their work often touched on the Vex. They found an object on Neptune that whispered to Maya in her own voice. That artifact, the Veil, is of the darkness, as the Traveler is of the light. Maya grew obsessed with it. Chioma grew afraid. In her compulsion to study the Veil, Maya took no heed of any risks or of Chioma's doubts. Humans under her command died. Exominds were wiped. Maya wanted a chorus that could channel the power of the Veil, And to control that chorus, she built an imprint of herself named Lakshmi. Soon afterwards, Maya entered the Vex network. She left no trace. Chioma exiled Lakshmi, shut down all Veil research, and redacted it from Neomuna's history. In a final act, Chioma entered the network herself. Other Mayas and Chiomas were already inside, simulated hundreds of times by the Vex. It's possible that the Echo brought many Mayas together into the Conductor. Or perhaps only the first. There is no way to know which, if any, directed the Conductor's actions. But it would be folly to underestimate any Maya Sandaresh.
All right. We knew it all along. We knew it was going to be Maya, aka Lakshmi. Captain Flo, as you upload your most recent gathering data into Failsafe system, she activates a remote uplink and her helmet holo projection blinks alive. I have something for you, Captain, she says excitingly. Her system whirs as she initiates a transmat. Took me a while to replicate, but you've been helping me so much, and I wanted to return the favor. There's a cheerful chime, and a panel on the console in front of you hisses open, revealing a shimmering Ingram. It's slightly warm to the touch. I hope that this will enable you to collect data more efficiently, she says courteously. Then her voice drops to a conspiratorial stage whisper through, violence. I feel like we've already gotten this before. Is this old? Check the lore. Which lore tabs? Where do I go for this? Third one all the way down. All right, some lore stuff here. Maya Sandaresh picked an iridescent flower from a well-manicured flower bed on a mossy lawn outside a cobblestone cottage. Charlie noticed a slight unrealistic gloss of the petals, with a brief digitized hitch that acknowledged the flower's removal. Nearly perfect. The Vex Net was accepting their code inputs. Kiyomi was right. They could, in fact, build a life here that consisted of more than neon blocks and dissecting minds. Maya thought back to a year prior, if time meant anything anymore, when they were still lost searching for other iterated copies of themselves. If Kiyomi had not convinced her to stop, to stay, to cease obsessively pushing forward to find an end she could not define. She saw what became of the other Mayas who could not let go of that drive. But now, under Kiyomi's direction, they would build a haven, a safe stopping point for anyone traveling at the Vex network to rest and gain their bearings. She hoped one day they would reach outside and bridge the divide between this reality and her old one. That would have never truly suited her. She found its lack of objectivity exhausting. It was quiet, and over time, they'd learn how to manipulate the network for their own purposes. So long as their changes weren't too large or too disruptive, the Vex let them be. Perhaps their meddling had made the Vex curious enough to study them and see what they would do. At any rate, this had slowly become a life Maya felt aligned with. She was happy to pick her flowers and study the embedded law of code within the network that studied her. Maya, come quickly. I found something. Kiyomi's voice sprang up over the radio. What did you find? You wouldn't want me to spoil the surprise, would you? Maya rolled her eyes but smiled. No, I wouldn't, she said under her breath, shifting dense brush aside as she stepped out onto the simulated forest to make her way to Kiyomi's voice. Kiyomi, mouth wide in wonder, knelt over a wrecked goblin frame, its shimmering radiolaria gurgling from the containment vessel and split tubes. An arc discharge had heavily damaged it, and the radiolaria sizzled as it welded circuits and plates back into working order. It worked! Maya nearly tripped over her feet as she rushed to kneel by Kiyomi's side. Did you see how? Maya nods. It's repairing itself. Kiyomi swatted at Maya's hand too close to the radiolaria and the micro. Maya side-eyed her wife, but continued. Individual pluripotent organisms specializing and homogenizing as needed, like they're learning, unlearning, uploading, and then deleting. Maya grabbed Kiyomi's thigh, treating digital and physical matter synonymously. How? We're digitized flesh, so if they can, we could change, like we changed this place, theoretically. Maya looked to Kiyomi with pride. Maya, you. She met Kiyomi's eyes. She looked up to Maya from the twitching frame. Brilliant. See what happens when you listen to me? Kiyomi kissed her, an excited peck, and then drew back. Things improve, Maya smirked. Now we have our radiolaria sample. What would I do without you? Spiral, Kiyomi said, pursing her lips to contain another grinning smile as she harvested the radiolaria. Now we follow your plan, Maya. Yes, with radiolaria, we can bend the network even more. This place will be a beacon for all of us who find themselves lost. Maya grabbed Kiyomi's hand, brushing dirt from her knuckles. Thank you for stopping me, for making me stay. I don't think I ever said those words. You never had to. Kiyomi stood, still holding Maya's hand. Come, one last surprise. See the sunrise I made for you. The conductor looms over a shredded exo Kiyomi frame, dead and inoperable. A ragged face hangs by synthesized threads of skin from a metallic cranium. She coaxes the faceplate from the Exo's head with a wave of her hand, and then gently lifts a scalpel from the operating table. This one is damaged beyond what a standard reinitialization can handle. Repairs are required. The conductor's metallic hand draws the scalpel across Kiyomi's prosthetic flesh. She drags the skin back from the abdomen and applies a clamp. She trades the scalpel for a syringe and injects Radioloria into the dormant core and cerebrum. The new Radioloria splinters out in every direction. Dormant Radioloria within begins repairing the frame again as she operates. See how it assimilates the dormant microbes? Isn't it fascinating? She thinks. Who made this for you? Certainly not mine. The conductor thinks, rubbing the skin between her fingers and assessing damage to the Exo Kiyomi. Still, fine work. A fine specimen. Kiyomi's eyes snap open. She tries to wrench her restrained head down to look at the searing pain in her open metal stomach. She tries to scream, but produces no sound. Get it all out. When you're done, I have some questions. All right, so which version of Kiyomi is the conductor operating on? That's Exo Kiyomi. I see. So there's an Exo version of Kiyomi. Buy things as MSun 12? Yeah, that would make sense.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.